Number 1. The country where ATMs dispense gold instead of cash. Saudi Arabia is world-renowned as an oil powerhouse, but few know that it also possesses a rich and ancient culture with countless mysterious stories. Although Saudi Arabia is the fifth largest country in Asia by area, 90% of its land is covered by vast sand dunes stretching to the horizon. It has an extremely harsh climate with the lowest humidity in the world. Another unique feature is the lack of any natural rivers, forcing its inhabitants to rely on groundwater, desalination technology, and large-scale infrastructure projects to meet their water needs. The concept of luxury in Saudi Arabia goes far beyond what one might imagine. Many cities in the country experience dangerously high road surface temperatures, causing the asphalt to become so hot it can deform shoes. To address this, engineers have developed an underground cooling system beneath the road surface, effectively and safely lowering the surface temperature. These climate-controlled roads feel like stepping into a futuristic world. Considered one of the most expensive infrastructure applications in the Middle East, they are designed specifically for residents of upscale urban areas. On these roads, you'll easily spot convoys of supercars like the Lamborghini Aventador, Ferrari 812, or Bugatti Chiron. They are driven by drivers wearing traditional white robes, creating a unique contrast between modernity and cultural identity. Many cars are even gold-plated from the body to the interior, making them mobile works of art. The Saudi royal family is famous for its solid gold-plated Rolls-Royce Phantom, worth several $millions. This car is considered one of the most luxurious masterpieces in the world. Some Saudis even own gold-plated or jewel-encrusted yachts, creating magnificent fortresses on the sea. Sunlight reflecting off the gold plating makes them gleam like ships from mythology. Even in some supermarkets, you can easily find expensive coffee, designer perfumes, or high-end chocolates encased in real 24-karat gold. Luxury stores sell diamond-encrusted smartphones and bottles of water studded with precious stones. Many five-star hotels serve edible gold-sprinkled desserts as part of their standard menu. Gold has become an indispensable part of daily life, to the point that many cities in Saudi Arabia have installed ATMs dispensing pure gold bars instead of cash. In particular, the city of Jeddah, located on the Red Sea coast, is a prime example of Saudi Arabia's wealth. From a small fishing village, Jeddah has now become a city with one of the highest concentrations of millionaires in the world. Across the deserts, wealthy individuals still organize supercar races and conquer sand dunes in Ferraris, Lamborghinis, or Batas, creating scenes straight out of a science fiction movie. These races not only attract thousands of participants, but also become symbols of the luxurious and high-class lifestyle of the elite. Number 2. The seductive gaze of Arab women. Arab women are distinguished not only by their physical beauty, but also by their deep, expressive eyes, which carry a distinct cultural depth. Their high eye sockets, naturally thick eyelashes, and rare eye colors such as amber brown, olive green, or ash gray are the result of genetic intermingling between Red Sea and Levant ethnic groups, creating an unmistakable visual signature of the Middle East. In an environment where women must cover their faces in public, eye contact becomes the primary means of communication. Therefore, Arab eyes are not just an aesthetic feature, but also a part of history, environment, and religion, symbolizing the strength and character of a culture. Even more so, the allure of Arab eyes becomes more pronounced in traditional Arab society, where interaction between men and women is strictly restricted. In such contexts, eye contact becomes a signal that speaks louder than words. It demonstrates care and distance, while still ensuring respect for cultural norms. Saudi Arabian women are a symbol of a dramatic transition between tradition and modernity. Before the Vision 2030 reforms, Saudi Arabia was one of the most conservative countries regarding women's rights. Women were required to have permission from their father, husband, or brother to exercise basic rights such as travel, education, work, and even international travel. Driving was also prohibited for women, one of the last such bans in the world, until 2018. Furthermore, women were not allowed to participate in public activities such as watching movies, listening to music, or participating in sports. Mandatory attire included a black abaya and a face-covering niqab. However, under the leadership of Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, Saudi Arabia has implemented major reforms. Women began to be allowed to drive, male guardianship was loosened, and many previous restrictions were removed. By 2024, the female labor participation rate had reached 36.2%, exceeding the government's initial target of 30%. Saudi women can now register for education, healthcare, and employment on their own without the permission of a male guardian. One of the most prominent symbols of the women's revolution in Saudi Arabia is Sarah al-Suhaimi. The first woman to chair the Tadawul Stock Exchange and the first CEO of a Saudi investment bank, she broke the boundaries of the male-dominated financial industry. Along with Sarah, Hanadi Zakaria al-Hindi and Yasmin al-Maimani are pioneering female pilots, flying through Saudi skies where women were once prohibited from driving. Saudi Arabian women are undergoing a historic transformation, moving from guardianship to partially independent faster than any other nation. With this shift, Saudi women are becoming a living symbol of progress and strength amidst conservatism and modernization. Number 3. A wedding more extravagant than Hollywood. If you thought Hollywood weddings had reached the pinnacle of extravagance, then traditional Saudi Arabian weddings will surely amaze you. Weddings here are not simply marriage ceremonies. They symbolize honor and family prestige. Diamonds are used so extensively that their brilliance can overshadow any other lighting system. The cost of each wedding can easily reach millions of dollars. From the entrance, guests are greeted by a giant archway of fresh flowers, bathed in warm golden light and permeated with the scent of natural frankincense. This frankincense, traded internationally by the gram, is as expensive as or even surpasses many precious metals. Inside, the banquet hall is adorned with Swarovski crystals, imported European silk, hundreds of vases of Arabian roses, and a live orchestra stretching dozens of meters. According to high-end event organizers in Riyadh, the cost of fresh flowers alone for these types of weddings can exceed 6 figures in USD, equivalent to the price of a brand-new luxury car. A unique aspect of this wedding is that the bride and groom do not meet in person, as they are held in 2 separate venues, following a long-standing tradition. Some families even hold wedding ceremonies lasting several days, with thousands of guests in attendance. In the women's hall, the extravagance is displayed to perfection. There are no abayas or headscarves. Instead, there are luxurious evening gowns from fashion houses like Chanel, Dior, and Elie Saab. Makeup and jewelry are meticulously prepared, as if walking the red carpet. Performances by female singers further liven up the wedding atmosphere. This is a rare occasion for women to express their fashion personality without worrying about daily religious customs. The men's wedding, however, maintains strong traditional values. Whole roasted lambs are placed on large platters, while Arabic coffee is continuously poured. Drums and arta music resound in the spacious area, where hundreds of men in white robes stand in rows. Some families even hire horsemen and traditional dancers to create a solemn atmosphere for the ceremony. After the ceremony, the bride and groom meet in a room filled with gold-plated gifts, symbols of prosperity and good fortune in their new life. If you want to know more about the dowry the groom's family prepares for the bride, don't forget to leave a comment. We will reveal the details to you in the comments. Number 4. One family controls the entire nation. When discussing the world's leading powers and wealth, the Saudi family of Saudi Arabia must be mentioned. A rare dynasty that has maintained absolute power from the 18th century to the present day. This family began ruling in 1744 and still controls all government agencies today. Although the Saudi family has approximately 15,000 members, only a small fraction, around 2,000, actually wield political power and manage their vast fortune. The family's total wealth is estimated to exceed $1.4 trillion, far surpassing any other royal family or monarchy on the planet, including the British monarchy. A very large portion of this immense wealth originates from Saudi Aramco, Saudi Arabia's national oil company. Aramco is currently the world's largest oil company and is considered the economic lifeline of the entire nation. In 2023 alone, this corporation generated approximately $440 billion in revenue, equivalent to nearly 40% of the national GDP. Aramco's scale far surpasses that of tech giants like Google or Apple. Aramco operates like a giant money-printing machine, controlling about 15% of the global oil supply. Therefore, even a small adjustment can directly impact gasoline prices in the US, Europe, and Asia within hours. For the people of Saudi Arabia, the royal family are not only leaders, but also protectors of the country and Islam. Any criticism or questioning of the royal family can lead to severe legal penalties. Images of the king and crown prince are ubiquitous in schools, government offices, shops, and private businesses. This is not merely a decorative requirement, but also a display of reverence, reflecting the close and deep relationship between the people and the monarchy. Saudi citizens often view the king as a father figure. The tradition of sending letters, petitions, or directly requesting royal intervention in people's affairs has persisted for centuries, demonstrating an unusual closeness between the people and the king. This relationship reflects the royal family's special role not only in politics, but also in the social and spiritual lives of the people. If you want to see the clear power and influence of the Saudi royal family, the capital Riyadh is the most vivid illustration. Riyadh is not only the political center, but also a symbol of the absolute control and authority that the Saudi royal family has built and maintained for centuries. Number 5. Strict laws in Saudi Arabia. While Saudi Arabia is actively promoting tourism and relaxing some regulations to attract international visitors, the country maintains a very strict set of cultural and religious rules that all tourists must adhere to. These principles are not only part of tradition, but also form a solid legal foundation for the nation. One of the most important aspects of these rules concerns dress code. Both men and women are required to dress modestly in public to show respect for the moral values of society. For women, this often includes covering their arms and legs. Although covering hair isn't always mandatory in some places, in traditional areas, wearing an abaya is still considered the norm. Furthermore, displays of affection are also a matter of concern for tourists. In Western countries, hugging or kissing in public is considered normal, but in Saudi Arabia, these actions can be considered inappropriate and sometimes even illegal. In some cases, police may take immediate action against tourists engaging in such inappropriate behavior. Alcohol regulations are even stricter. Drinking, possessing, or bringing alcohol into Saudi Arabia is strictly prohibited. Violations can result in imprisonment or even flogging depending on the severity of the offense and the court's decision. Another aspect tourists need to be aware of is the rules regarding social interaction in public areas. In restaurants, areas for families and areas for singles are often clearly separated. A notable incident occurred in 2018 when an Egyptian man was arrested after having breakfast with a woman he was not related to in the family section and posting a video of it on social media. While these regulations have been relaxed in some areas like Riyadh and Jeddah, adherence to local rules remains essential. Finally, there is one strictest religious rule that every traveler needs to know. Non-Muslims are not allowed into Mecca and Medina. These two holy cities are reserved exclusively for Muslims, and anyone attempting to enter without proper qualifications is breaking the law. Penalties for this offense can include fines, deportation, or even physical punishment. Checkpoints on the roads leading to Mecca and Medina are set up to prevent such violations, ensuring that only Muslims are permitted to enter these cities. Number 6. The vibrancy and extravagance of the Saudi Arabian capital. Stepping outside in Riyadh early in the morning feels like entering a forgotten city. Under the intense desert heat, daytime temperatures can reach 50 Celsius, making going outside a significant challenge. Riyadh residents mostly stay indoors, utilizing powerful air conditioning systems, and only venture out when absolutely necessary. However, as dusk falls, the city awakens from its long slumber. The streets become bustling. Traditional markets glow brightly throughout the night. Upscale cafes are packed with people, and luxury cars from Rolls-Royces to Bugattis line the avenues, showcasing the capital's opulence. Riyadh has been dubbed the City of Night in Arabia, as most residents only truly come alive after darkness falls after 7 p.m. Riyadh City Avenue, the city's central thoroughfare, is the heart of this transformation. Along the boulevard, small stages are set up to host live music performances, creating a vibrant atmosphere throughout the night. Upscale restaurants serve a variety of cuisines, from Arabic and Mediterranean to Japanese sushi. Some restaurants even invite Michelin-starred chefs from Japan and Europe to offer unique culinary experiences. Driving along the boulevard at night feels like being in a Hollywood movie, with the city lights reflecting on the streets and luxury cars. One of Riyadh's highlights is the Sky Bridge at the Kingdom Tower. From here, you can admire the panoramic view of Riyadh, with its endless expanse of sparkling lights. The restaurants within the tower serve exquisite dishes, along with non-alcoholic cocktails, creating a luxurious and relaxing atmosphere. Nearby is Riyadh Front, the city's largest entertainment complex, featuring international luxury brands, DJ events, contemporary music, and art exhibitions, all running throughout the night. It's a popular spot for Riyadh's youth, thanks to its open spaces and modern style. Finally, Diriyah is home to Saudi Arabia's historical heritage. It's the birthplace of the Al Saud dynasty and served as the country's first capital in the 15th century. A UNESCO World Heritage Site, Diriyah is now being developed into a high-end luxury area, boasting 7-star hotels, large-scale historical museums, and Michelin-starred restaurants, all built in a blend of modern and classic styles. Number 7. Nomadic cultural symbols in Arabia. Imagine a community living in harmony with the desert, where every step and action reflects a strong value system of family, loyalty, and freedom. The Bedouin, or Bedu, are a nomadic Arab tribe whose nomadic lifestyle relies on camels, sheep, and goats, forming one of the most important nomadic cultures in Arabia. The Bedouins' nomadic lifestyle is cyclical. They move in search of water, following pastures and utilizing dry valleys and areas with potential underground springs. Camels are central to this, serving as both a means of transport and a source of food and materials. A single camel can travel long distances in water scarcity, making it a mobile storehouse for the entire family. Sheep and goats help them maintain their milk, meat, and barter supplies, creating an economy highly adapted to the harsh environment. If there's one famous Bedouin law, it's hospitality. Not just a superficial social formality, but a fundamental principle of life. Guests entering a tent are typically offered gawa, a type of savory pastry, and food, such as roasted lamb, sometimes even the best parts of the meal. And it's noteworthy that they do this even when life is difficult, because in their nomadic mindset, protecting their reputation and maintaining hospitality is just as important as keeping their livestock. It sounds rigid, but it's how the community survives, as the desert doesn't allow for living alone for long. Bedouin society is organized into tribes, led by elders. One of their unique customs is the nose touching, a friendly greeting that signifies closeness and trust. This gesture is only performed between those with close relationships, such as brothers and relatives within the tribe, to show affection and respect. With outsiders, they might only shake hands or give a light hug, but still maintain respect and hospitality. Although urbanization has led to the settlement of many Bedouin, their influence remains in modern culture. Saudi Arda, the UNESCO-recognized national sword dance, originates from the warrior spirit of the Najd region and has become an iconic image in festivals, weddings, and major events. Nabati poetry, music, and storytelling around campfires also bear a strong Bedouin imprint, as a way of preserving memories orally rather than on paper. And if you think the image of hunting with falcons on camelback sounds like something out of a movie, for them, it was once a survival skill before becoming a symbol of freedom and resilience. Quite similar to the spirit of the American Wild West, only the setting here is a real desert, not a film set. Number 8. A place where humans worship animals. In Saudi Arabia, camels and falcons are not seen as ordinary animals. They are living symbols of survival in the desert, of a spirit of freedom, and of a value system that has shaped the national identity for thousands of years. The camel, the national animal of Saudi Arabia, is not only closely linked to the lives of the people, but is also an integral part of Bedouin culture. For over 12,000 years, the camel has been a symbol of perseverance and strength. The Saudi Arabian government has designated 2024 as the Year of the Camel to honor this animal. Archaeologists have also confirmed that camel carvings on rocks dating back approximately 8,000 years are not only artistic, but also reflect the prehistoric belief system and social power structure where camels were considered a measure of wealth and status. Camels provide milk, meat, hides, and wool, becoming a vital source of livelihood for the Bedouin people. They can carry up to 400 kilon and survive in the harsh conditions of the desert. Camel racing remains a major tradition in weddings and religious festivals, where purebred camels can fetch prices of up to thousands of dollars. For the Bedouin, camels are not just a means of transportation, but a gift from God. In many Bedouin families, camel ownership is passed down through generations as a form of living heritage. Equally important, the falcon, the national bird of Saudi Arabia, is a symbol of freedom and courage. The art of falconry, recognized by UNESCO as an intangible cultural heritage, developed from the survival needs of the ancient Bedouin. Falcons were trained to hunt and provide food for the community during long journeys across the desert. Today, falconry is not just a hunting tool, but also a high-class sport, with international competitions offering prizes up to $10,000. In the Gulf states, falcons are so revered that they are the only animals allowed to fly in business or first class. Falconry beauty contests, where falcons are judged based on body proportions and reproductive quality, are also part of winter festivals. These traditions demonstrate the deep respect and bond between humans and this animal. Number 9. A cup of coffee takes 30 minutes. In Saudi Arabia, qahwa isn't the kind of coffee you grab in a hurry. It's more like a boer social language, brewed with respect and hospitality. Have you ever imagined a coffee ritual lasting over 30 minutes, where every detail, from the roasting of the beans to the pouring, carries a profound message? The ritual begins with showing guests raw green coffee beans, letting them know they're drinking something pure and unadulterated. The beans are roasted on a clay stove until golden brown, then ground with a mortar and pestle. The coffee is then simmered over low heat in a brass pot, infused with cardamom, saffron, and sometimes cloves. The aroma alone is captivating. Interestingly, qahwa is usually sugar-free, so the mild bitterness is balanced by accompaniments like dates, which is why you often see coffee served with trays of dates at receptions. The pouring of the coffee follows a very clear logic. The first cup is only filled about 1/3 full. It sounds economical, but it's actually to keep the coffee hot and to make each pour a deliberate act. The person poured first is usually the oldest or most respected individual, both as a matter of politeness and to establish order in the space. If you want more, simply shake the cup gently, and the server will understand. In other words, you're communicating through gestures, not words. In this culture, coffee is not just a beverage. It's a promise from the host that you are welcome and protected in their space. Some places even refer to a multi-cup covenant, where each cup carries a different meaning, from the cup that initiates conversation to the cup that symbolizes connection, transforming the act of drinking coffee into a social ritual with layers of meaning. With UNESCO recognition in 2015, this ritual not only preserves tradition, but is also an integral part of Saudi Arabia's cultural identity. A cup of coffee here is not just for staying awake, but also a bonding moment, where you and your host become part of a lasting relationship. Number 10. Traditional culture dominates modern life. For centuries, Saudi Arabia has maintained a clear separation between men and women in daily life. From restaurants and cafes to public waiting areas, there are distinct zones for families and singles. Traditional weddings also feature 2 separate receptions, with no gender interaction. Although the government has relaxed some regulations since 2019, gender segregation still significantly impacts the way of life. Unlike many other countries where traditional clothing is only worn on special occasions or holidays, in Saudi Arabia, traditional attire is a clear symbol of religious values and social norms. Men typically wear white thobe year-round to adapt to the desert climate, while women are required to wear abaya when going out, as a sign of respect and modesty. Even high-end abayas from renowned fashion brands like Dior or Gucci can cost thousands of dollars, showcasing a unique blend of tradition and modern fashion trends. In Arabic culture, the left hand is considered unclean, as it's associated with personal activities. Therefore, all actions such as eating, giving, or pouring must be done with the right hand to show respect. This rule is extremely important during family meals, parties, and especially religious ceremonies. In ancient markets like Souk al-Zal or Souk al-Balad, bargaining is not just a skill, but an integral part of commercial interaction. Sellers often quote an initial price 20 to 40% higher, hoping customers will negotiate. Failing to bargain is seen as a sign of cultural ignorance. These areas also best exemplify the tribal way of life and the long-standing spirit of trade among the Arabs. Number 11. Natural wonders in Saudi Arabia. One of the undiscovered gems is Al Ula, a majestic land of towering sandstone cliffs where wind and time have sculpted exquisite natural works of art. Al Ula is not only renowned for its breathtaking scenery, but also for containing over 50,000 ancient rock carvings, including Neolithic hunting scenes and inscriptions on Nabatean tombstones. If you're looking for a more tranquil destination, Al Asa is the ideal choice. As the world's largest oasis and a UNESCO World Heritage Site, Al Asa retains a surprising serenity with miles of palm trees. The ancient market in Al Hofaf is a living testament to the preservation of tradition, untouched by modern tourism. Here, visitors can immerse themselves in a peaceful atmosphere steeped in local culture. For those who love exploring mountainous regions, Rijal Al Ma will be an unforgettable experience. This village, nestled in the Asir Mountains, looks like a ghost of the past, with its earth-colored stone towers and mist enveloping the hills in summer. The lush green landscape creates a spectacular contrast to what Americans often imagine about Saudi Arabia. It's an ideal place to enjoy the fresh air and discover its cultural and historical values. Beyond deserts, Saudi Arabia also boasts stunning natural wonders like Umluj, known as the Maldives of Saudi Arabia. These isolated islands have no names or signs, only the sea and sky, creating a completely tranquil and pristine atmosphere. Snorkeling in Umluj will feel like you've just discovered the world's last secret. Continuing the journey through Arabian nature, Wadi al-Disa in Tabuk province is a miniature desert wonder with towering red cliffs, freshwater springs, and waterfalls hidden amidst the arid desert. Hiking will lead you to secluded waterfalls and bathing pools, steeped in prehistoric history. Also in this area, the Al-Waba crater creates a spectacular landscape, cascading from the salt plateau into a vast volcanic basin. Finally, the journey to Dahai Ain, a hidden valley in the Al-Baha mountain range, will take you along rugged mountain roads. But the reward is lush green vegetation, natural springs, and the historic village of Baljarashi, where traditional mud brick houses still stand. Number 12. Unexplained mysterious phenomena. In the Tabuk region, a strange phenomenon has captivated scientists for years. The red sand glows faintly at night. Some experts believe this is bioluminescence, an extremely rare occurrence, while others suspect that minerals in the sand reflect moonlight in an unusual way. However, no research has yet determined the exact cause. Remarkably, this phenomenon only occurs a few times a year, making Tabuk one of the most mysterious places in Saudi Arabia. In Madain Saleh, home to over 900 archaeological structures, only about 20% have been excavated. Some large tombs, such as Qasr al-Bint, remain undiscovered because locals believe the area has been punished in ancient Islamic stories. Archaeological teams from France and Saudi Arabia have reported several unusual occurrences, including GPS interference, drone signal loss, and thermal sensor malfunctions when approaching deep tombs. Currently, UNESCO and Saudi Arabia prioritize preserving the site in its current state, leaving many mysteries surrounding the burial rituals, society, and life of the Nabateans unsolved. Hegra, built around the 1st century AD, boasts 131 complete tombs, along with a system of wells, water channels, and a crucial trading location on the spice route connecting Yemen and the Levant. The mystery lies in the fact that the Nabatean civilization, despite building this site, vanished abruptly without leaving any documentation or traces of their life. Experts are still unable to explain the precise stone carving techniques used by the Nabateans, similar to ancient laser technology. The combination of exquisite architecture and the sudden disappearance of the civilization makes Hegra one of the great unsolved mysteries of the Arabian desert. Number 13. Global festivals in Saudi Arabia. The Riyadh Season Festival is the biggest event of the year in Saudi Arabia. First held in 2019, the Riyadh Season Festival has attracted millions of tourists from all over the world. The city of Riyadh is divided into several kingdoms, with diverse themes such as culture, international entertainment, winter wonderland, and Bedouin experiences. One of the highlights is the international concerts and art exhibitions, marking a shift in the perception of entertainment in the country. Held in Jeddah, the Red Sea Film Festival is the world's 5th largest film festival, where independent films from the Middle East and North Africa are showcased for the first time. The festival not only attracts renowned directors and actors, but also plays a significant role in opening Saudi Arabia to the international film industry, a sector that had been restricted for many years. The Soundstorm Electronic Music Festival in Riyadh is the largest music event in the Middle East. With 14 stages and the participation of internationally renowned DJs, Soundstorm attracts around 500,000 attendees each year. This festival marks a significant shift in Saudi Arabia's acceptance of new musical genres, from banning electronic music to hosting an international-scale festival. Noor Riyadh is the world's largest light art festival, taking place in Riyadh. Riyadh becomes an open-air gallery, showcasing contemporary light art. Renowned artists participate, presenting interactive works that convey profound messages through light. The Janadraya Festival, held annually in February or March, bridges modern and ancient Saudi Arabia. The festival celebrates Bedouin traditions, tribal practices, craftsmanship, and military events. Highlights include camel racing, traditional Arda sword dancing, and music and craft competitions. The Taif Rose Festival, held in late April and May, celebrates Taif's long-standing tradition of rose cultivation, renowned for its high-quality rose oil. Visitors can tour rose farms, learn about the extraction process, and purchase rose-based cosmetic products. These festivals not only showcase Saudi Arabia's rapid transformation, but also offer opportunities for the country to connect with the world, fostering a diverse culture that blends tradition and modernity. Number 14. Qiddiya, the largest entertainment city on the planet. Qiddiya City is a magnificent symbol of Saudi Arabia's ambition to become a world-class entertainment hub. Located just 40 kilometers from Riyadh, the project covers an area of over 360 km² and has a total investment of up to $40 billion. Qiddiya was built with the goal of becoming a city of fun, where visitors can participate in sports, arts, culture, entertainment, theme parks, water parks, and resorts, all within one megacity. This is a crucial part of Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030 strategy, aiming to shift the economy away from oil dependence and towards the tourism, entertainment, and technology industries. One of the most prominent highlights of Qiddiya is Six Flags Qiddiya, which features 28 rides and 10 thrill rides for those who love adrenaline rushes. Among them, Falcon's Flight stands out with its design as the world's fastest, tallest, and longest roller coaster, soaring over a giant artificial cliff, offering an experience unlike any other in the world. Besides that, the Aquarabia Water Park with 22 rides and the Dragon Ball theme park with over 30 rides based on the popular anime are also noteworthy areas. Investment in these areas has reached billions of dollars, demonstrating Saudi Arabia's commitment to the entertainment industry. Another ambitious project by Qiddiya is Qiddiya Speed Park, a Formula One racetrack with 21 corners and a height difference of up to 108 meters. The Blade Corner reaches a height of 70 meters, creating an unprecedented racing experience. Although it hasn't hosted Formula One yet, Qiddiya has been selected as the venue for the 2025 FIA Extreme H World Cup, the world's first hydrogen racing series, marking Qiddiya's transformation from a construction project into a global sports hub. Qiddiya is envisioned as a major entertainment city with an integrated ticketing system, attracting 48 million visitors annually. Ticket prices can range from $65 to $120 per day depending on the area, with Six Flags Qiddiya costing between $70 and $90, while the Aquarabia Water Park costs between $55 and $75. The city will also integrate hotels, resorts, and shopping malls, generating billions of dollars in revenue from tourism, sports, and services. In addition, Qiddiya is expected to create more than 325,000 jobs and contribute $4 billion to GDP, helping to reduce dependence on oil and promote a sustainable economy in the future. Number 15. Must-try cuisine in Saudi Arabia. When visiting Saudi Arabia, tourists cannot miss kabsa, the most prominent rice dish in the kingdom's cuisine. Tender chicken or lamb is marinated in a spice blend of cinnamon, cloves, and cardamom, creating a rich flavor that permeates every grain of rice. The slow cooking process allows the spices to evenly infuse into the meat, resulting in a truly unique and appealing dish, considered the king of rice dishes in Saudi Arabia. Mandi is the next indispensable dish in the Saudi Arabian culinary landscape. What makes mandi special is its traditional cooking method in clay pots. When combined with rice cooked with saffron, mandi offers a rich and complete Middle Eastern flavor. Mandi is often served on important occasions or banquets, highlighting the formality of Saudi Arabian culinary culture. Jarish is a wheat porridge that offers a rustic and warm aspect of Saudi Arabian cuisine. Jarish is a porridge cooked with minced meat and spicy seasonings, creating a rich and distinctive flavor. With its thick consistency, jarish is ideal for family gatherings, and for locals, it's not just a part of a meal, but a connection to culinary traditions passed down through generations. Mutabak is a familiar street food, with a crispy golden crust encasing minced meat, caramelized onions, and flavorful spices. In the evenings, tourists can easily find mutabak carts on the streets, offering a unique and appealing taste. This dish is not just a snack, but an indispensable part of Arabian street life. Finally, salig is rice cooked with chicken broth, fresh milk, and butter, boasting a distinctive Arabian flavor. With its soft and creamy texture, salig is like a Middle Eastern version of risotto. This is a wonderful dish for those who love slow-cooked cuisine, offering a rich and satisfying culinary experience. If you're feeling like exploring Saudi Arabia after learning about its highlights, remember to subscribe and turn on notifications so we can meet again in future videos. We really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. We hope you enjoyed what we shared. Your support means a lot to us. If you have any thoughts or stories to share, please leave a comment below. See you in the next videos.